Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Guys, we have finally advanced into the knockouts for the first time since the 2021-22 season. We are reaching, we're going to be playing in the round of 16 where we're through to the knockouts. And once again, guys, it's Barcelona. They never make it easy for you. Barcelona, they like to make you struggle. They like to make you suffer. They can never, get it done easily, and get the 3 points and just cruise throughout the game. No, they have to make you suffer. Barcelona, honestly, when you talk about the game as a whole, Barcelona, I thought they played relatively mediocre. They didn't have like a great game, etc. But guys, before we get started into and we talk about the game, guys, if you guys want to join and also give your thoughts, comments, reactions, just go on my Twitter page at Kool-Aid Podcast. You go over there, you click on the link, the StreamYard link, you're able to join into the stream, and you can also give your reaction because I know like some people they like to talk about the game. And that's how I basically started the channel. I watched Barcelona and I also wanted to talk about it. So if you guys want to talk about the game, if you guys want to join into the stream, just go on my Twitter page or on X and click on the link, and that way you'll be able to join. But continuing on what I was saying, Barcelona, mediocre performance. They made us suffer. We got the job done. Barcelona actually they started losing. Pepe actually scored in the 30th minute. Once again, just poor defensive work from Barcelona through a loss. Rafinha actually lost the ball, which allowed for the Porto counter, and Barcelona were all like defensively all over the place, and they score, and then Joao Felix gets a fantastic goal from Cancelo actually, just 2 minutes after. But guys, this is how Barcelona lined up. You had Iñaki Peña in goal, Cancelo, Inigo Martinez, Kunde, Araujo. In the midfield, you have Frankie de Jong, Gundogan, Pedri, and up top you have Joao Felix, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Now let's talk individually about each single player, starting with the goalkeeper, of course, starting with Iñaki Peña. Now, I thought Iñaki Peña played absolutely fantastic. Xavi out. Yeah. Well, guys, this is the sentiment like from most Barcelona fans. Barcelona, they aren't playing very like great football, but they are getting the job done. And I know at times when the results aren't there and the performances aren't there, people are not going to like that. But Iñaki Peña, I thought he played absolutely fantastic today. Had some very good saves. At times, he was a little bit suspect with his on the ball decision making. There were some passes that were a little bit iffy, but overall, great game from Iñaki Peña. At times, he actually kept us into the game. Taremi and Pepe, and as well as Galleno, they had a couple dangerous shots, and if it wasn't for that save from Iñaki Peña, it could have been a different story. Cancelo, man of the match by far, got the equalizer, and just that to pull us like right back into the game very quickly, and also got the assist for the Joao Felix goal, the second goal that Barcelona scored. And overall, he was at the heart of everything that Barcelona did. Just absolutely fantastic performance from Cancelo, but just typical Barcelona luck. Joao Cancelo, he comes off in the second half with an injury. We have to see what what the media is saying, and the reported time frame. Is it just a knock? Is it like a serious injury? We have absolutely no idea. But that's like the duality of playing with Barcelona. He puts an amazing performance, but he gets injured right after. Inigo Martinez, once again, a rock in the back, just breaking up plays. Absolutely fantastic defensively. Inigo Martinez has been growing on me. He's been amazing so far in the season, and tonight he just put another great performance. But a defender who did not put in a great performance is Kunde. This Kunde that we're seeing right now is not the Kunde from his pre-injury form. No, Kunde after since his injury has not been playing very well. That 6.8, I think, is actually reflective of his performance. Kunde, he gave away multiple balls. And if it was for better decision making, if Porto had better attackers, Barcelona they could have been punished for those mistakes by Kunde. And both Inigo Martinez and Araujo, they had to cover for him. And once again, if Porto they had better attackers, it could have been a completely different story. But Araujo, he started on the right, put up against Galleno, absolutely shut him down. Not once did Galleno get past Araujo, and that just shows how solid and what a rock Ronald Araujo is. Now, overall, the midfield, I think it was relatively lackluster. I thought no one in that midfield played particularly well. I know Pedri, he did get the assist for the Cancelo goal, but it was more of like a switch, and it was more Cancelo having a moment of brilliance than a great Pedri assist. But you have to make the pass. You have to make the pass, and so I give props to Pedri. But overall, I thought these three, they were a little bit lackluster. They were there, but I don't think they played relatively well, or they performed or outperformed. I would say maybe like Joao Cancelo or Iñaki Peña or even Araujo. And when we talk about the attack, Joao Felix, he had a good game. Newcastle got robbed. Yeah, guys, if you guys don't know, Newcastle and PSG, their game it ended 1-1. Newcastle absolutely they must be feeling bummed out. In the last couple of minutes, actually, they were awarded no PSG were rewarded a penalty, which I don't think it should have been a penalty, and that basically leaves everything open for the last match day in Group F. But continuing with Barcelona, Joao Felix overall had a good game. He got the goal with fantastic footwork from Joao Cancelo to basically give Joao Felix the pass, and once again, Joao Felix just having a big moment for the club, and the way he celebrated it was absolutely brilliant. Lewandowski on the other hand, didn't have a great performance, um, but I wouldn't say he necessarily had a bad performance. He was okay. He was decent. There were multiple instances where he gave up some good passes, but at the same instance, there were a couple of plays where if you release the ball a little bit sooner, if you have a better first touch, if you're able to take off the shot, Lewandowski's performance could have improved. And once again, just like Kunde, I thought mediocre performance. Honestly, I wanted Newcastle to win so PSG can get to Europa. I wanted that exact same thing, but the possibility is still open. We just need Dortmund to beat PSG basically, or at least draw in the last match day. And for AC Milan actually, or for Newcastle to basically beat basically beat the other. But now we talk about Rafinha, and guys, Rafinha, he's Bengali, he's Sri Lankan, he's a fake Brazilian. Rafinha throughout this entire game absolutely frustrated the hell out of me. Rafinha made tons of good runs. He would get into dangerous opportunities, and and what's it called? He was a dangerous player, but his decision making, his on the ball dribbling, his passes, his touches, they were so poor. It reminded me at times of Dembele, man, where he makes the wrong touch, he makes the wrong pass, he makes the wrong decision, and he completely ignores the simple option. And Rafinha, it's tough because you have Lamine Yamal who's coming and who's doing fantastically well for a 16-year-old and who's basically vying for that position. And I don't think Rafinha did enough to warrant, for example, staying in the starting 11 and just being an undisputable starter. And this basically like summarizes Rafinha. Rafinha and Anthony, best Brazilian duo. These guys are just there's an epidemic going on, guys, with the fake Brazilians. And Rafinha, he has to do better, and just like as a team overall. And just quick thoughts before we go on. We see what social media is saying, guys. Once again, we started poor. There's no football being played in the first half. We once again conceded early, having to crawl back into the game. And moments of individual brilliance just give us the victory. And we get the 3 points. But the key takeaway from this game, guys, is that we get the 3 points. As you can see right now, Barcelona, they are first with 12. We are going to be playing our last match against Royal Antwerp, but that does not mean the first place spot is guaranteed. If Royal Antwerp, for example, if they win and FC Porto they win, or Shakhtar, then that can mean our first place spot is being at risk. And so Barcelona, they need a minimum of a draw to finish in first place, and basically avoid the heavy hitters in the knockouts. But guys, now let's see what social media is saying. And guys, remember, if you guys want to basically join in and give your thoughts about the game as well, just go on my Twitter page at Kool Podcast. Just go on the link that I post, and that way you guys can join and also give your thoughts. But now let's see what social media is saying. Let's never repent. Newcastle robbed. If PSG lost, Hangout would have been nasty. Spare a thought, bro. Please never repent. But UEFA handball rules are a joke. Exactly, man. It for first off, PSG deserved the draw, but that was never a pen. Then this happened as well. Newcastle robbed. I'm thinking, what would be your reaction if you see both Rafinha and Anthony doing step overs and Beyblade? Oh, guys, if you guys don't know, there's a clip of Rafinha against Argentina where he dribbles the ball out of out of play, and it's absolutely pathetic, man. 2 years, man. It's been 2 years of setbacks, robberies, injuries, capitulations, pain, and suffering. But we finally made it to the promised land, and that's the knockout round. Um, Big match in the big stage where Ter Stegen injured, a lot of pressure, but Iñaki Peña was one of the heroes against Porto. Once again, guys, round of applause for Iñaki Peña. Absolutely brilliant. Just doing a fantastic job. And just look at that. The people from Newcastle are absolutely fuming. Do me a fucking favor, man. What a load of shit. The guy's not happy. And also, World Cup winner Julian Alvarez gets the winner for Man City. Joao Cancelo with a perfect 10 rating for the match tonight. Man of the match. That's simple, man. The guy was absolutely brilliant. And he basically got us the win tonight. Newcastle win at home versus Milan. Dortmund draw versus PSG, and I think they're out. No, yes, that's basically the scenario. 5 chances created, 6 successful dribbles, 1 absolute golazo, and a magical assist. Joao Cancelo put this side on his back tonight, and utterly incredible performance when we needed it the most. Guys, if Barcelona can get Joao Cancelo for 20 million, I think that would be a steal. Joao Cancelo is a proper right back that we haven't had in a very long time, and once again, this performance was desperately needed. He basically, as this quote said, put his team on his back. The team wasn't there. HH video game, see the title, bro. I'm gonna be tuning in to what HH does. The guy's a clown. The guy's a clown. Gavi would have been playing his first UCL knockout. Man. Cancelo's not a footballer. He's a footballer. Big difference. Rafinha works and runs for 2 people. Respect his effort in every match. Yeah, you give him praise, but if you basically bottle every chance that Barcelona get, then no, bad outweighs the good. 1 year, Joao Felix started for Atletico Madrid as they lost 2-1 to Porto in the group stage and were knocked out of Europe. Today, he scored the winning goal to send Barcelona to the Champions League knockout stages. See how things can change very quickly. Great win. Yeah, I mean, but Barcelona get the 3 points. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic performance from Barcelona, but they get the job done. The absolute worst thing about this game is the fact that we have Gundogan and Pedri on the pitch, and you can barely notice them. Gundogan and Pedri invisible. That's just tragic. And that was the theme. Like I was saying this throughout the watch long, guys. Like we have Frankie De Jong, we have Gundogan, we have Pedri, we have these fantastic midfielders, but we can't tell that they're on the pitch. You know, they weren't being and they weren't having that much impact into the game. I feel absolutely devastated that he ain't sniffing the starting 11 ever again. Absolutely heartbroken. Iñaki, if this was your last time, I enjoyed you, man. More Ter slander. Yeah, it was good while it lasted, but that Dortmund wing is coming down for the PSG wing. Outstanding defensive performance from Newcastle. And that's the penalty, guys, that PSG were awarded. It hits the Newcastle defender's rib, and then it hits the handball. No idea how PSG were awarded that. It's important we qualify from the group stages after 3 years, but we don't look nearly ready to go all the way in the Champions League yet, to be honest. However, quarterfinal is a minimum for me, and I completely agree. Barcelona, right now, they just need to focus, go game by game. They need to secure that first spot and just see who we have in the next round. Because for the way Barcelona's playing at the moment, if we face any of the heavyweights in this competition, any of the big teams, then guys, it could be rough. It could be rough. It's been 2 years, man, since that midget left. 2 years of suffering, pain, and getting cooked by randomers. Finally, we topping a UCL group. It feels like a breath of fresh air. A certain small club losing at home to Leipzig. Oh, that's hilarious, man. Barcelona could face Bayern or City in the round of 16. This is if Barcelona, they finish second. If they finish second in the group, then we will most likely be facing Bayern or City. But if Barcelona finish first, then that's absolutely no chance. We've been toiling in Europa for 2 years because some 5-4 Argentinian goblin dipped. Sad, sad institution. Uh, in one of our liga, our opponents done. Yeah, yeah, and we didn't get a penalty. Those instances, I, most of the time they're not called. And so I don't understand why that penalty for PSG was called. It didn't make any sense. But that just shows just like how what's it called, inconsistent they are, the referees. I can't help but feel that Cancelo's being severely underutilized. Part of enhancing his skill sets comes with him playing on the left. That's where you truly see his full creative prowess. I'm looking right at the barren left wing spot. Can't say I didn't tell you so. Well, I mean, like Joao Felix, he's supposed to be taking that spot, and as well as Balde. But apparently, well, actually, guys, what do you guys think this Joao Cancelo performance means for the future of Balde? Because this Cancelo performance, it was on the left hand side. Could we be seeing a return maybe to this like Araujo as right back or Kunde as a right back, and then Baldi relegated to the bench? That would be actually crazy. But if we reward you playing well deserved, absolutely. Running around pointlessly is just wasting energy. We need a reliable plan with press and purpose. Barcelona, they still have a lot of work to do, guys. They have still have work to do. Donnarumma error aside, at what point do we have a conversation about how overrated Luis Enrique is as a manager? He very nearly got sacked in his treble year and arguably was carried by the greatest striker trio of all time, MSN. Aside from his glorious year with MSN, he really hasn't had any meaningful success or long-term successful projects. Oof. Questions about Luis Enrique is there. This is the first time Barcelona qualified for the round of 16 of the Champions League since Leo Messi left the club. Ah, no. All right. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the post-match reaction. Barcelona, they get the job done. Not pretty once again. And it just shows that we have tons of work to do. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys all for tuning in. And I will be back with more content, just talking about the game in a little bit more detail. Tomorrow, we will be making a video just talking about everything that's happening in the UCL as a whole. And definitely going to be keeping my eyes on that Galatasaray versus United game. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys a ton. And guys, hopefully you guys have a fantastic